the final Serie A game week of 2024. Yes guys, welcome back to another video on the European Football All-Time channel, and today welcome to my game week 18 Serie A predictions. Like I just said, this is the final game week in Serie A of 2024. I'll tell you what, we've got some interesting games to look forward to, mainly at the top. Obviously some of the big boys going head to head this weekend, so yeah, let's get into the video. Okay then, so the first game comes from the Stadio Carlo Castellani in Empoli, as Empoli take on Genoa. Of course, Empoli in 11th, Genoa in 13th. Bit of a mid-table clash, really. Genoa in their last game narrowly losing 2-1 against Napoli. So, yeah, I mean, to be fair, Genoa have been actually not been doing too bad recently. Empoli involved in a bit of a high-scoring game for them. In the high-scoring game in Bergamo, they did lose in the end 3-2 against Atalanta. I mean, I think this could go either way, really. I mean, like I said, it's a little bit of a mid-table clash, not really the most exciting game ever. So, yeah, I'm just going to get straight into it. It's not really, I mean, like I said, it's not really the most exciting game ever. Both teams are mid-table. They've got really nothing to play for at the moment. So, yeah, my prediction is Empoli 1, Genoa 1. And the next game is from the Stadio Ennio Tadarni in Parma, as Parma take on Monza. Now this is a big game. It is 15th versus 20th. Of course, Monza currently bottom of the league, 5 points off safety, whilst Parma currently a point above the drop. So it is a big game for both teams. Monza really needing a win to, obviously try and climb out of the relegation zone. But Parma, also need the points as well to get further away from the relegation zone and avoid relegation back to Serie B. Monza coming into this game did lose 2-1 against Juve. I didn't watch this game, but apparently Juve were decent. Monza were just Monza and just crap. I mean, Monza, they haven't won a game since the 21st of October. That was after a 3-0 win against Verona. Ever since then, they've got 1, 2, 3. They've got 3 draws. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we're not including cup games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got 3 draws and 6 losses. So, yeah, it's just I just don't know what's happened with Monza, because I think last year they finished 9th, and now they're bottom of the league. So, just a little bit of a nightmare really at Monza. Parma, their last game was a 5-0 defeat against Roma. They have been leaking goals. Recently, they conceded 3 against Inter, 3 against Verona, and 5 against Roma. So, starting to leak a lot of goals, Parma. But they're playing a Monza team who are, like I said, a bottom of the league and just struggling at the moment. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the same prediction as the Empoli game. Both teams need to go out and win this game, but I can't see that happening. So my prediction is Parma 1, Monza 1. And the next game is from the Unibordomos in Cagliari, as Cagliari take on Inter Milan. Now, a win for Simeone Inzaghi's team. Inter will go top of the league before Atalanta and Napoli play. Of course, Atalanta play later on the Saturday against Lazio, whilst Napoli play on the Sunday at 2 o'clock at home to Venezia. So a win for Inter. They will go top of the league for now, and then we'll just be hoping for they'll be hoping for Lazio and Venezia wins for they'll be hoping for Lazio and Venezia wins, but because obviously if they win, Atalanta and Napoli drop points. Inter could go into the new, a loss really. Anyway, then whatever. But yeah, Inter last game, comfortable 2-0 win against Como, good result for them. Cagliari losing 2-1 to Venezia, not the result they would have wanted. Now 4 defeats in a row for Cagliari, but they have played Fiorentina, Atalanta, and of course they did play Juventus away in the Coppa Italia, and it's not another easy game against Inter, current champions as well. But yeah, I think this has got one winner. It has to be Inzaghi's team. Inter, they're just simply too strong at the moment. Probably the best team in Serie A right now. But yeah, anyway, 3-0 to the Nerazzurri. Okay, then and the final game on Saturday night. It's a big game actually. I'm looking forward to this one. Stadio Olimpico under the lights. It is Lazio versus Atalanta. And of course, Atalanta will be looking to stay top of Serie A going into 2025. But I don't think it will be an easy game because Lazio, very, very good side. I mean, they got a 2-1 win away at Lecce. I mean, they had to win that game, Lazio, after they got battered 6-0 at home by Inter Milan. Not the result they would have wanted. And as well, they want to win this game because their next game is Derby Day. It is the Rome Derby. Their first, I mean, what a crazy start to 2020. What a crazy start to 2025. Lazio's first game of 2025 is the Rome Derby. What a start to 2025 in Serie A. Rome Derby. I will be live for that 100%, and I'm probably going to go live. Not probably, I am going live for this game. So join me on the channel, live watch along, 7:30 PM UK time for Lazio versus Atalanta. But yeah, this should be a very good game. Atalanta, I mean, defensively they're good. Attackingly going forward, they're very good. You know, got Lookman in that. They got Lookman to Catarara. Retegui injured as well at the moment, which is not really good because he's been doing really good this season. Matteo Retegui. I mean, Castellanos, he's gone a little bit quiet recently, but still a good player. Tell you what, one player who I really like from Lazio, I'm known from Arsenal. If you can tell, I'm a Spurs fan. I'd like him to sign for Tottenham, give Destiny Udogie a little bit of a challenge. Nuno Tavares, I'd like Tottenham to sign him. I think he's a really, really good player. He's been really good at Lazio this season. I think Matteo Segagni on his day is a good player as well. And so can Gila as well on his day. He can be good. But I'm going to go with a very high scoring game. Lazio 2, Atalanta 3, Bergamo and Gasparini's boys to go top of the league going into the new year. And now we move on to the games on Sunday. And the first game is from the Brunigi Stadium as Udinese take on Torino. Now, what a win it was for Udinese last time out as they defeated Fiorentina 2-1. Torino losing 2-0 against Bologna and Torino. I mean, they're a bit up and down, really. I mean, they draw, they lose. Like, you don't really know what to expect with Torino. I mean, they're just you don't really know. One week they draw, then they lose, then they win, then they draw again. You don't really know what to expect with Torino recently. But Udinese, I mean, to go away as well. Udinese were away at Fiorentina. To go away at Fiorentina, very good team this season. Fiorentina are and win. It's very impressive considering, considering before that game in their last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In the last 8 games before that game at Fiorentina, they only won 1. And that was away at Bomb in the League Monza. I mean, fair play to Udinese. But yeah, I mean, Udinese, I think they'll fancy their chances. Torino just, I mean, I don't know how to describe Torino really at the moment. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna go for it. 0-0. I mean, last time I predicted the game to be 0-0, it actually happened, so it might happen again. But yeah, 0-0 in Udine. And the next game is from the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona as Napoli take on Venezia. Now Napoli, of course, they'll be looking to go top of the league going into the new year. And of course, I'll need a few other teams to do them a favour. But I mean, this should be a win for Napoli at home against Venezia. I mean, Venezia, 3 games without defeat, 2-2 draw against Como, 2-2 draw against Juve, 2-1 win against Cagliari. But come on, it's Napoli. They're too good. So yeah, Napoli to win, comfortable win, 4-0 to the Napoleons. And the next game, again, I think this will be a very, very good game. I think high scoring game as well. It is Juventus versus Fiorentina, and of course we just spoke about Fiorentina. They lost against Udinese, a little bit of a shock really. Juve getting a 2-1 win away at Monza. I mean, Juve doing very well. At the moment, they haven't lost the game, Juventus. I mean, in fact, actually, they've only lost 1 game in all competitions this season, Juventus. That was against Stuttgart in the Champions League. I mean, it's quite crazy, but I think the problem with Juventus at the moment, in the league, they're drawing too many games. Listen to this. So Juventus, 17 games gone this season, 7 wins, 10 draws, no losses. They are drawing too many games. They're playing decent. They could be a little bit better, but they need to try and win more games. They are drawing too many games, Juventus. And Fiorentina, they're doing very well this season. Like to score a lot of goals. Defensively are good. I mean, both teams, Juve and Fiorentina, like to score a lot of goals. Moise Keane, by the way, for Fiorentina, very, very good. But defensively, both teams very solid as well. I mean, Juve can be a bit leaky there and then. But on their day, Juve are very good defensively, and so are Fiorentina. So, yeah, I'm going to go with a very high-scoring game here. Goals galore at the Allianz Stadium. Juventus 3, Fiorentina 3. Another draw for the old lady. Okay, then, and the next game is from the San Siro as AC Milan welcome Roma. Now, Roma got a big win last time out. They absolutely pumped Parma 5-0 at the Stadio Olimpico. 2 goals for Dybala, a goal for Salamakers, a goal for Barades, and a goal for Artem Dovbyk as well. I mean, big win for Roma. I mean, Roma, they've done quite well since Ranieri's came in. They've done quite well since Ranieri's came in, especially in Roma. Their last 5, they've only lost 1 game. That was a 2-0 loss away at Como. But I mean, this is probably the biggest test. Like this, if we base this on their last 5 games, because look, I mean, they've had some easy games really. They've had Lecce, they've had Parma, they played Sampdoria in the cup. I mean, this is probably the biggest test really, like in the last 5 games for Roma, because AC Milan doing very well. Rafael Leao, that guy is just on fire. I mean, Milan, they could do with wins, try and get back into the European positions, because they're currently 8th at the moment, AC Milan, which is a bit of a shock really, because they're not doing too bad at the moment, the Rossoneri. But yeah, I think Milan will win this one really. So yeah, my prediction is AC Milan 3, Roma 0. Okay, now we move on to Monday's games, and we start off literally about a 15-minute drive from the Swiss border. It is from the Stadio GW18 Sinigaglia as FC Como take on Lecce. Now Lecce, they are currently, I mean, they've done quite well, because I swear a few months ago, or maybe a month ago, they were like in the relegation zone, but they're now 14th. So they have done quite well. Lecce recently. Como at home are quite good. Lecce away, not so great. So yeah, for that reason, I'm going to back Cesc Fabregas's team and Como to win 2-1. Okay then, and the final Serie A game of 2024 comes from the Stadio Renato Dall'Ara as Bologna take on Hellas Verona. Now Bologna doing quite well recently. They've actually haven't lost a game in their last 6. I mean, they've played Juve, they've played Benfica away, they've played Fiorentina at home. They're doing quite well at the moment. Bologna, I mean, I think on paper should be another win. Verona, 17th, only a point off the bottom of the league. And yeah, I mean, they've got 2 big players out injured. Dan Ndoye is out injured, and Abisha out as well. 2 big players injured for Bologna, which is not what they want, especially Dan Ndoye, because he's probably been one of Bologna's good players this season. But I mean, without them two, I think they'll be fine. Verona is shit. Bologna are doing well at the moment, so yeah, I'm going to back Bologna to win this game 2-0. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this video, and yeah, see you next time.